Hi guys. I know from the last video that I released I showed you guys a little bit of the sail to get here when we left Georgetown and got stuck on the bottom. Yes, it's true. The sailing life is balanced between the work and difficulty and stress of sailing, but the sailing brings us to magnificent destinations. Right now we are anchored off Bitter Iguana Key, where there's an island full of endangered iguanas, like very large iguanas that like literally come out to see the tourists, and they're well protected. So we're gonna go to shore, launch the dinghy, go to shore, go make friends with the iguanas today. We're gonna go snorkel along the cliffs, and then later tomorrow we're gonna launch the dinghy and go to Thunderball Grotto, where they filmed the James Bond movie, and we're gonna see where they feed the pigs. I've decided to make a video to bring you along for the adventure, so enjoy guys. We've got all the snorkel gear out, we've got the dinghy launched, that dinghy engine is working amazingly. Let's go.
Towing a massive fucking dinghy thing. The other half live, hey? We are currently anchored at Bitter Iguana Key, and this beautiful island in front of us is the famous Iguana Beach. This island is full of northern Bahamian rock iguanas, and I'm super excited to launch the dinghy and go over there to see them.
And after playing with the iguanas on the beach, we're gonna go over there to the rock walls to go snorkeling and look for hidden treasures. We have spent so many hours repairing this dinghy engine, but we still cross our fingers and pray that it's not gonna die out on us. We are in protected waters and calm conditions. We can row back if we need to. Given that all the trouble last time with our dinghy engine started when we pulled it up onto the beach and tilted the engine, this time we're hesitant to do a beach landing. Instead, we leave the dinghy floating offshore with the stern anchor and a shore anchor, and we just wade ashore to meet the iguanas.
The iguanas come right up to our toes to greet us. And they make funny little head nodding movements when they talk to each other, which is quite weird to see. They are used to being fed by the tourists that visit, which is why they're so friendly. It's really funny seeing so many of them gather on the beach to meet the new arrivals. What a cool experience!
The lizard king of the beach chases off one of the younger males. A sailboat really is a brilliant adventure vehicle to bring you to cool places. Do you remember when you were reading Charles Darwin's book, The Origin of Species? He spoke about how individual animals in the Galapagos Islands were so brilliantly evolved and delicately suited to that specific environment, their evolutionary adaptation. Well, these lizards have adapted to live perfectly on specifically this island. Happy Daisy collecting seashells. Us two girls do a little exploring and wander around the island. Miss Daisy is happy to collect seashells for necklaces for the teddy bears. I'm very curious to see the geological evolution of the island. I'm pretty excited to see a decent racing boat offshore sailing its way in here.
The iguanas like to lay in the shade, so we found lots of them hiding in bushes. I find them super cute and I love how friendly they are. I particularly like watching them run. The sandstone rock formations are super interesting to see, and we really enjoyed exploring the beach too.
I'm pretty excited to see the geological formation of these sandstone caves. I'm excited about the shade, but apparently so are the lizards. They beat us to it. After a few delightful hours wandering around the beach playing with the local iguanas, it's time to lift the anchor and go snorkeling. So you guys saw we just took you to visit the iguanas, and with such beautiful crystal clear waters, we've decided to also go snorkeling along the rock banks. I would bring my dive camera with me to take you guys diving along with us in tropical paradise here, but it died because the salty ocean destroys everything I fucking own. So we're down to one working camera left, no dive camera. GoPro's dead, underwater action camera's dead. All of my cameras eventually die due to salt. This camera I'm filming on is not waterproof, so you can't come diving with us today. But trust us, it's awesome. Daisy and I both have the adventurous spirit of curiosity. It's quite fun to snorkel along the cliffs and look for treasures or new creatures we've never seen before. After a fun-filled morning repairing the dinghy engine yet again, it's time to launch and go. We've got all the stuff that we're going to bring with us ready to go. Miss Daisy's loading it into the dinghy with our delicately repaired dinghy engine that now has to get us 2.5 miles that way past Daniel Key to Thunderball Grotto and 2.5 miles back. This is the furthest dinghy adventure this little dinghy has ever done, and we are really fingers crossed about the dinghy engine lasting. There's a fair chance we might be rowing home. 5 miles is a really long row. Miss Daisy has a penchant for naming things and has named my cute little pink dinghy Miss Penny. Miss Penny has never gone on such a long journey before. This will be her furthest passage ever, and that dinghy engine has been anything but reliable lately. My faith in Penny is not so high, and I'm rather nervous about this adventure. Any second that dinghy engine could fail, and the girls would have a painfully long row home. Of the 7 miles we demanded of Miss Penny that day, she did good for 5 of them, and really tried to die for the last 2 miles. But she did get us home. Daniel Key in the Exumas is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the Bahamas, but it does make it crowded with tourists and rich people. There we go, Thunderball Grotto, we found it! Using the Navionics app on my cell phone, we did get Penny to the Thunderball Grotto. We're kind of relieved that we found it. Now let's go diving. I have no dive camera to show you how cool it is inside, but I borrowed some other pictures to give you the idea.
We are at Thunderball Grotto, which is where they filmed one of the James Bond films. Can you guess which one? Yeah, so we're going to go snorkel in. It doesn't look like you have to dive in today, so I guess we came at low tide. So yeah, let's go see what it's like. And our engine Penny did very well. She made the whole 2.5 miles. 2.5 mile journey without any problems at all. So we put some more silicone in her just before we left. And yeah, she made it all the way without a glitch. So good job. Good job, Penny. Thunderball Grotto really is incredible, and straight away it's exciting because to get in you have to dive through all the underwater caves. The fish are protected, so there really is an amazing amount of marine life inside. Once inside, it's like you've entered a different world. Inside is completely hollow, and the holes in the roof of the cavern shine rays of light into the water. It's such a beautiful natural formation. Diving underwater, you'll see lots of caves, a sandy bottom, beautiful coral, and really colourful fish. It was amazing to swim there. I was one very happy mermaid twirling around under the water, exploring. It was so cool to be on the film set of so many amazing films too. It doesn't get much better than this. Well, that was awesome. That was really, really cool. You have to dive. Well, we had dove under the rocks to get inside, and then when you get in there, loads of really colourful fish, really nice fish, nice kind of corals around the edge. And when you look up, there's a few like big hole openings letting the light in, and then it shines all the rays of light in the water, and it's just really cool. Yeah, we couldn't take obviously any footage in there, but it was amazing. And then we snorkeled all around the edge of the whole island and saw some really cool fish. I don't really know what they were called, but they were cool and they were very colourful. We saw some parrotfish, we saw a ray, and just like tons of really colourful coral. It was very cool, and the current was quite strong, so that was also very fun. Yeah, it was really cool. I loved it.
Did you go? So after diving the caves here, the island behind the camera woman, Miss Daisy, is called Major's Island, and apparently there's supposed to be swimming pigs that you can go see come swimming in the water. So we're gonna try to find that next before we make the long, long dinghy ride home. Yachts are too deep to get in closer to Staniel Key, so they all anchor off Big Major's Island. No skin off their back. Their dinghies are the size of my yacht. As we're dinghying along through the shallow waters, we notice one of the large rocks in front of us begins to swim away, and we realize it's a giant ray. It's hard for you to tell, but that is one giant ray. How cool is that? We found the pigs. Miss Daisy is so excited to see the pigs. I guess this is where they're kept. As to whether or not she's going to walk or swim or snorkel with them, we're not sure.
Now here's where Lexi and I disagree. She can't imagine why anyone would want to come here to see the swimming pigs. But oh my god, this was the coolest thing ever, and I'm so glad we got to come. I mean, look at them. They're absolutely adorable.
Miss Daisy, the fearless adventurer, just had to go on shore and wanted to go see the pigs close up. Let's see if she gets bit or not.
Of course, I wanted to get up close and personal with the pigs. Some of them were massive. Honestly, seeing the swimming pigs of the Bahamas has been on my bucket list for years, so I'm so happy and grateful that I finally got to tick it off. What a cool day!
She's so brave. I feel like this is going to be entertaining. The signs all say don't bring food onto the beach because the pigs can be aggressive. Rich people, of course, don't need to follow the rules. But the pigs don't know that they're rich.
They're coming.
And they're going to bite these guys just as they'd bite any one of us. This might prove entertaining. It was rather entertaining to watch the rich people get chased around by the aggressive pigs. It was a very long 3.4 nautical miles to get back to Wildchild, and about 2 miles from home, the engine tried to quit on us. Well, it's been a long and successful day. Our little dinghy engine did succeed in getting us the probably 7 miles we did today with it. We're having trouble with the dinghy engine again. She wants to die. She needs love. So we put repair dinghy engine back on the to-do list, but at least she got us home under half power, and half power is better than no power. Good job, Miss Penny. We're proud of you. And tomorrow, we'll give you some lovin'.